This one's gonna be called The Odd Dream. I last night had this dream. It was like a movie. Uh, there's a man in a prison cell, and he is pissed. Like he's like used to be a good guy, but he is like pissed. And there's like three people on the outside of the cell. One of them, some girl, like some woman, and she keeps the one of the dudes. I don't know. Is like, whatever you do, don't let him out of that prison cell. And the guy in the prison cell keeps talking to the woman, telling him she's the only good person on the planet. He's the only person that can fix what happened. All she has to do is let him out of the cell. And the other guys keep telling her, you're not gonna let him out of that cell. That's not gonna happen. And she then the guys on the outside, one of them's like, if you let him out of that cell, he's going to kill everyone. He's going to murder everyone. So the woman eventually talks to the guy and asks him what happened. So he tells her what happened. And she's like, "Oh, like, okay, like, do you wanna hurt anyone?" And the guy tells her, "No, I don't want to hurt anyone. I want to go out there and help people. That's all." And he keeps doing that, and it's as if this guy is so bankrupt emotionally and morally that he is gone from this dimension. And he can tell the woman, for some reason, can't tell genuine emotion or genuine responses from fake ones. So she starts struggling to decide whether or not the man in the cell is the good or bad. But everything in the world is going to shit, and the guy in the cell keeps telling her he can fix it. All she has to do is open the cell door. And she refuses, and she keeps going back to the other guy who keeps telling her. And then eventually the guy on the outside is like, yes, we heard him, and we just kept hurting him, and we didn't stop. And then the girl's like, just let him out of the cell. And the guy goes, no, if you let him out, things are going to get bad. It's going to get really bad. And then she goes back to the dude in the cell, and he tells her how he plans on fixing the world. All she has to do is let him out of the cell. And she's like autistic or something. I don't do, probably heavy metal brain. And she opens the cell, and as soon as she does, there's like a turn of, like, if I had to describe it, glass made out of light shreds her to pieces down to her bones, and she's all gurgling, and blood just goes everywhere. And the weird beam of light and this guy just shoot down the hallway, and then the dude that was like outside, like, don't open that door, like, his friend that's like with him gets shredded alive in front of him by the glass, and then that guy runs. Like, that other dude that was like in charge runs. He gets into a vehicle and runs, and then this guy that just got out of prison rounds up like all these people that are all a part of a group that hurt that guy, and they're all like, fuck you, I don't care, it's good for you, and they just keep saying it. And then this dude slaughters them all, and it's like an entire state that's like full of these people. So it just, like, there's just blood and viscera and bones going everywhere, and they get like reduced into a meat slurry of blood, like a blood-stained hurricane, like. And their kids are ripped to pieces, the women are ripped to pieces, the men are ripped to pieces, and the US government's in a panic. They don't know what to do about it. And then that guy that was like leading the group, he gets there, and he's like, oh god, no, I told her not to open the cell, I told her not to let you out, oh my god, and he's like such a little bitch, dude. And he's like bitching and crying. And then dude turns to him, and for some reason he has like a really big ass handgun, and he blows off the dude's right knee, and then the dude screams, I'm sorry. And the guy that's like murdering everybody freezes, and for like 10 seconds there's like a calm, that comes back, and then the dude just turns back to aggression, and he's like, "You're only saying that because I hurt you." And he blows off, I'm sorry! I'm sorry! Stop! Stop! And he's like, as like this blood hurricane of light glass stuff that's like flickering everywhere. That guy is screaming, "Stop, please stop, make it stop." And he's like seeing the horror of all the people that were eviscerated and mutilated because of his actions and how badly he hurt this guy. And it's kind of like he's witnessing firsthand and feeling firsthand like empathy and sympathy, but it's being forced into him against his will. So he's like, all like, he has like PTSD and trauma, and he's all like, oh my god, I'm so fucking sorry, I'm so fucking sorry. And he breaks down and he's all like crying. And then the dude that's murdering everybody stops, and there's like all these people, it's like a small group of people that are left, and they're all like huddling, and you have like the parents trying to cover the kids. And then the dude just walks over and he shoots one of the kids in the head in front of its mother, and then he looks at the woman and goes, "It's good for you, it's good for you." And he walks back over to the guy that's like in trauma, like, I'm fucking sorry. And he's all like crying, and he's, "Thank you. That's all I wanted to hear." And then he shatters that guy's spine, and that dude's like in a like quadriplegic wheelchair. And at like the end of the movie, that guy that was murdering everybody becomes like a hero, and people are all like, "Well, he did genocide an entire group of people, but like also he saved everyone." And then that guy that was like, keep him in the prison cell, like all that guy that refused to say he was sorry, is sitting in a wheelchair, and he's non-functional, and there's some nurse he's like talking to, and he starts trying to explain to her like what happened, and then the nurse just quietly injects his arm with something that puts him out, and as he's about to pass out, she's like, "You probably should have just said you were sorry and just avoided all that." I think this dream may be my subconscious, and maybe my real fucking problem with Blondie and all of his shit and all these stupid motherfuckers at the church is they can't apologize. Because remember, they can do no wrong, so in their brains, when you don't admit you're wrong, it means you're right. The way an idiot thinks. That's my interpretation of the dream. You can interpret it down below. I guess that would be fun. It was a very bizarre dream. I've been having dreams recently. I don't know what that is about, but yeah. I think it would make a pretty cool movie. Bunch of assholes hurt some guy, put him in a prison cell, but he's also the only dude that can save everybody. And they're like, just don't let him out of the cell no matter what you do. And he just slowly manipulates somebody into doing it. And then when he gets free, all hell breaks loose, but it's not actually that guy's fault, it's the other people's fault for just doing the wrong thing and mistreating him no matter what. And that's the plan from the beginning, is mistreat him as much as you can, just mistreat him. And then it blows up in their face. And when it said stuff like, they used to say this thing, it's the foot's on the other table now, or it's a reference to the tables have turned or the shoe's on the other foot now. Like, things are going the other way now. And even in my dream, when the slaughter kicks off, it's just like a map of the US and this bloody light glass stuff washing over it, slaughtering, and just cutscenes of people getting their families and themselves killed while trying to resist this guy, trying to fight, trying to flee, anything. Running doesn't help, fighting doesn't help, nothing. The thing is like a force of nature. It can't be reasoned with. And then, like I said, the end of it is maybe on a subconscious level, because I've been doing shadow work. I've been trying to communicate with my subconscious. I'm probably going to do a video on that. Maybe my subconscious wants an apology.